Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. I know I am here in Sausalito, Mexico, but it is a little bit humid and hot today, so a bit sweaty. But on this video, I would like to talk to you about something that I get asked a lot about. Now, I like to give lots of information, lots of value, lots of help on how to achieve your goals and start a business or really create a better future for yourself with tips and tricks for mindset, for growth, personal development, all that. But lots of the time people ask me, okay, how do you actually make money? It's all well and good having this help, but I want to know how to earn. So the thing I'm going to talk to you about today is online income in 2021. But I first want to say that there are so many ways to make money online these days. There's hundreds. And over the last 5 years, I have researched multiple ways to earn an income. So before I get into my top ways, what I'd like to say is if you are looking for something and you don't know where to start, just a few tips is to, one, if you're working online, try not to find something that is just going to put you in as an employer again. So don't get into a business where you're going to be time managed, you're going to be micromanaged as well, and you're going to be restricted by the amount that you can earn. There's so much opportunity for growth. So try to get out of the 9-to-5 style when looking for a job online. Other things I want to keep in mind is find something you're passionate about. That's right, you want to get excited. The joys of having an online income is that you can usually travel around wherever you want. You can work from wherever you want. You can make your own hours. So finding something you're passionate about, knowing your why. Why do you want to do that job? Why do you want to have an online income? And why are you following this sort of path and leaving the one that you might already have? And lastly, getting in a community. So there's so many people out there that do similar things. Find friends, family that have already done what you want to do, or a mentor that you can follow closely, because it's going to really speed up your process and really help to make your income stream come a lot faster and hopefully a lot bigger. Right, so with those in mind, I'm going to talk today about my top 5 ways to make money online. So, number 1, if you have a spare house, if you have a spare room, not many people have this, but if you do, Airbnb is going to be your best friend. Now, with all jobs, I understand that everyone's different. We all want different things. We all have different traits. We all have different skills. However, I believe that everyone has the ability to learn the skills required for pretty much any job online. Now, with Airbnb, it's not for everyone. You might not like sharing your house or sharing your space, but if you do, and you do have access to a spare room or a spare house, if you're lucky enough, renting it out on Airbnb is a very, very good way to make a little bit of extra income. However, because it's not really accessible for everyone, it's just my number 5 on the list. Okay, next we have e-commerce. I am sure you've heard of e-commerce before. I'm sure you've probably partaken in e-commerce. Amazon, there's so many websites out there from personalized companies that are selling their stuff. Maybe you spend a night, bottle of wine, sitting on the couch, doing some shopping that you might regret in the morning. Many people have been there. So there's 3 ways I feel you can do e-commerce, and that is product creation, where you create a product, you design something, and then you use the online space to sell your product. Number 2 is bulk buy sales. So here you're finding a product, not necessarily yours, well, won't be yours because otherwise it'll be product creation, and you're buying it in masses. So you get a whole bunch of that particular product, create a nice website, funnel, whatever you might like, and then you are selling your product online at a profit. So you're making a bit of commission on the product you sell. And number 3 is dropshipping. So dropshipping is another style where you don't actually buy the product. You basically advertise someone else's product and then take in the sales orders, hand it off to the company, and you take a small portion of profits. The company does everything for you. They get a sale that they might not have usually got, and you get some money. The customer gets their product. So everyone wins. Now, e-commerce is great. It can take some setting up, but once it's going, it's kind of self-perpetuating. It works on its own. Overnight, you can be getting income. So number 3. Now this is to represent trading. So there are a few types of markets: foreign exchange, stock markets. I'm sure you've heard of the stock market before, but for me and for a lot of people I know, foreign exchange market, or more commonly known Forex, is a very, very, very big market. The regular stock market, the New York Stock Exchange, is $22 billion a day industry, whereas the Forex is about a $6 trillion a day industry. So that is a huge difference. Now, if you don't know what Forex is, basically, if you go from one country to the next, so say you're in the US, you travel down to Mexico, you're going to be exchanging US dollars for Mexican peso. Now, you might come down in January and it's 20 peso per US dollar. If you don't spend any of that money and go back 6 months later, you might find that it's 15 peso per US dollar. So if you were to change over, $100, you get 2,000 peso. Then if you take that 2,000 peso and take it back, you're actually getting $120. So you've made a $20 profit just by holding a different currency. And that's pretty much what this Forex exchange is, but on a very higher frequency and all online and a lot faster paced. So foreign exchange, very, very good way to earn an income online. Next, we have cryptocurrency. Now, say what you want, you might have your different thoughts, but cryptocurrency has been one of the fastest growing assets in the history of mankind. It is coming up fast, and if you don't know much about it, there is a lot more to cryptocurrency than Bitcoin. There's Ethereum, altcoins, there's a whole bunch of services and utilities that cryptocurrencies are actually going to be providing once they start making bigger names for themselves and becoming more accustomed to the wider community. But for now, most people only know about Bitcoin and but it varies so much, it fluctuates. It's actually very cyclical. Every 4 years, you will see a very regular cycle. Lots of people can make a lot of money. And in the last decade, Bitcoin has gone up 65,000%. That's right, 65,000%. So if you put $100 in at the start of Bitcoin, it'd be worth about $75 million right now. Just for a little bit of a reference point, Tesla, which is one of the bigger growing companies over the last decade, that has gone up 5,000%. So that is a huge difference, absolutely massive difference from 5,000 to 65,000. And if you like it or not, Bitcoin and crypto are becoming more and more popular, and they are going to be here to stay. It's going to be a revolutionary part of our world, so you can either fight it or jump on board. And it's in 2021, I highly recommend you jump on board. Now, lastly, and my top way to make money in 2021 is network marketing. Network marketing. Okay, so in the world of social media that's absolutely blowing up, networking is becoming more and more accessible. Everyone's doing it whether you realize it or not. Constantly communicating online, making new friends, engaging on people's posts, comments, all that sort of stuff. That is all networking. So network marketing is basically just monetizing your network. Now, Les Brown said that network marketing is the industry that has made the most millionaires in the history of mankind. Robert Kiyosaki even wrote a book on it called The Business of the 21st Century. And if you haven't heard of Robert Kiyosaki, I definitely recommend checking him out, as well as his book, Cash Flow Quadrant. That's something that revolutionized my thinking and the way I look at making money. Now, network marketing, very, very popular, growing very, very fast. And if you don't know much about it, it's very similar to a corporation style, but instead of jumping in as a sales rep at the bottom, you can actually start on your own. So it's like starting your own business, and you have the ability to grow as fast as you want. So say you jump in here and you want to work really hard, before you know it, you can be at the top earning much more than the person who originally got you involved. Now, the major difference is that the income from a network marketing company usually comes from within the network, whereas a regular corporation, they might sell a product. So the people you're talking to, like sales reps and stuff like that, they might not even like or have any idea about the product. So very, very fast growing, very, very good way to make money. Now, I wanted to keep this quite brief, but if you do want to know any more about any of my top 5 recommended picks, then definitely jump on a call with me and we can go into things a little bit more detail and see if any of these might be the right fit for you. But before I finish up, just remember one of my tips for true success is multiple sources of income. Now, some of these are investing, some of these have properties, some of these have work that does it on its own. So when looking for work online, keep in mind that you can actually have multiple sources of income. So dipping your toes into a few different sources of income, like investing and in network marketing and in having, an Airbnb, whatever it may be. So keep that in mind. If any of these are interesting to you, or you just want a bit of side income and want to talk more about other options that might be best suited for you, then like I said, book that call and hopefully I'll be speaking to you soon. Bye.